There was a time when childhood was a little wilder, a little riskier, and filled with toys that sparked imagination in ways we'd never see today. From backyard adventures with a touch of danger, to toys that let kids be real scientists, those days had a charm all their own. But many of those classic toys wouldn't stand a chance under today's strict safety rules. Today, we're taking a trip back in time to look at 10 toys from the 60s and 70s that would never pass safety standards today. Get ready to remember the thrills, the spills, and the daring fun of a childhood gone by. 10. Lawn darts, the game that flew a little too close. Back in the 60s and 70s, lawn darts were a backyard staple. The idea was simple: throw heavy metal-tipped darts into a target on the grass. It was a game for all ages, combining skill with a bit of friendly competition. But those sharp, weighted darts sometimes flew off course and sadly caused serious injuries. By the late 80s, lawn darts were banned in the US, leaving behind memories of fun that was maybe a bit too dangerous. 9. Creepy crawlers, real plastic bugs from a tiny oven. Who could resist making their own plastic bugs and worms with creepy crawlers? This toy came with a little hot oven where kids melted colorful liquid plastic into molds. It was magical and messy, offering hours of creative play. But the oven got very hot, and the liquid plastic released fumes that were later found unsafe. Plus, the burns weren't rare. Eventually, safety concerns put an end to the original creepy crawlers, but their spooky charm still lives on. 8. Chemistry sets with real chemicals. Kid scientists in training. Many kids dreamed of being a scientist, and chemistry sets brought that dream to life, complete with real chemicals like sulfur and even acids. These sets promised exciting experiments, from making slime to tiny explosions. But with real chemicals in small hands, accidents happened. Today's sets use safer ingredients and focus more on fun than actual chemical reactions, but those original kits taught a generation to be curious about the world. 7. The Evel Knievel Stunt Cycle, a daredevil dreams onto wheels. Named after the famous stunt performer, this toy let kids launch a plastic motorcycle off ramps and try to stick the landing. It captured the excitement of Evel Knievel's death-defying jumps right in the living room. But with hard plastic parts and small pieces, there were risks of cuts and choking hazards. The toy vanished as safety standards tightened, but for a brief moment, kids could imagine themselves as stunt heroes. 6. Slip and slide, backyard water fun with a twist. The slip and slide was a summertime favorite, a long plastic sheet sprayed with water for kids to slide on. It looked like endless fun on a hot day, but without proper precautions, kids sometimes slid too fast or landed awkwardly, causing injuries to necks or backs. Today, warnings and rules try to keep that fun safe, but back then, it was all about that wild, wet rush. 5. Radioactive Boy Scout, glow-in-the-dark fun with a risk. Glow-in-the-dark toys fascinated kids, and some used small amounts of radioactive material to make things glow. While these toys weren't dangerous in most cases, the idea of handling radioactive substances is definitely a no-go now. These toys disappeared once scientists better understood the risks. Still, there's a certain eerie magic to those glowing figures that lit up bedrooms in the dark. 4. Pop guns and cap pistols, the sounds of childhood. Pop guns that used small caps to make a loud bang were a noisy delight for many kids. They brought the fun of pretend battles without real danger. But the caps contained small amounts of explosive material, and kids sometimes burned their fingers or accidentally swallowed caps. With growing concerns, these toys were replaced with quieter, safer versions, but their distinctive pop is still remembered fondly. 3. Toy air rifles with real BBS, aim, fire, but stay safe. Toy guns that shot small metal BBS were very popular, especially among boys dreaming of being sharpshooters. They could cause real injuries, from bruises to eye damage. Because of these risks, laws were introduced to restrict these toys or require orange tips for safety. What once was a common backyard game turned into a more controlled and cautious playtime. 2. Jarts, the deadly backyard game similar to lawn darts. Jarts were big, heavy darts designed to stick into the ground. But their sharp metal points made them very dangerous. Injuries and even deaths led to a nationwide ban in the late 80s. For a moment, they were a symbol of summer fun, but they serve as a reminder of how play has changed to keep kids safer. 1. Mad Scientist sets, danger in a box. Some science kits went beyond simple experiments, offering small burners, glass tubes, and chemicals for real science. These kits gave kids the thrill of discovery but also brought risks of burns, cuts, and poisoning. As safety standards evolved, these kits were redesigned or disappeared, but they inspired many future scientists despite the dangers. Those toys remind us of a time when childhood was a little more adventurous, sometimes a little riskier, but always full of wonder and imagination. While safety standards have kept kids safer today, it's hard not to smile at the memories of those wild, carefree days. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, comment your favorite toy, and subscribe for more nostalgic journeys through the past. Thanks for watching American Rewind, where the past comes alive.